I'm the Rules Girl, and this is RWBY Combat Ready, a cooperative card game for 2 to 5 players. In RWBY Combat Ready, players choose their favorite character from Team RWBY and work together to complete the scenario's objectives and defeat evil villains to save the world of Remnant. You win by reducing the villain to 0 aura. Players start the game with a hand of character-specific action cards and take part in duels against the villain. Duels are played over a number of rounds and feature one player as the active player, who plays powerful attacks against the villain. All other players are sideline players, who work together to complete objectives, play cards as assists to use special abilities, or join with the active player in a combo to attempt to deal extra damage to the villain. As duels progress, the active player moves up the Fury track and gains bonuses, eventually culminating in the chance to use their unique ultimate ability. Meanwhile, the longer a duel lasts, the villain becomes more powerful and can bash the active player away, dealing damage and immediately ending the duel. Players receive 1 experience point each time they land a successful attack against the villain or a minion, play an assist, or successfully encounter a non-combat objective. Experience can be spent to remove a card from hand to upgrade to a more powerful card from the next tier. Players also have a semblance marker and can flip it during a duel to activate their unique special power. To prepare a duel, the active player places their miniature onto the Hero Fury space. Next, refresh each player's semblance marker and check and resolve each objective card if necessary. It's now time to begin the duel. First, the active player chooses a card for their attack against the villain and places it here. Next, in any order, all sideline players may choose any one of these 4 actions. 1. Combo with the active player by adding a card to the attack. If the attack hits, each player involved adds their damage to the attack and gains experience. But beware, when resolving attacks, the lowest speed card in the combo becomes the speed of the attack. 2. Play an assist card from your hand and activate the ability on the bottom of the card. 3. Encounter an objective card by playing a card against it and resolving it immediately. Here, the henchman is revealed and defeated by Yang. And 4. Rest. Recover 1 aura and draw a card. After drawing, you may also discard 1 card from your hand. After all sideline players have taken an action, it's time to resolve the active player's attack. Reveal the villain's card and compare their speed to yours. In this example, the speed of Ruby's attack starts at 6. Weiss's semblance ability increases Ruby's attack speed by 1, making the attack speed 7. Even though Blake's attack in the combo is speed 8, it's reduced to speed 7, the lowest speed in the combo. Weiss's assist glyph boost decreased the villain's speed by 1, making it speed 6. The team has the higher speed, so the attack hits. Ruby deals 2 damage to the villain, moves forward on the Fury track for each point of damage dealt, and gains 1 experience point for hitting. Blake also deals 2 damage to the villain and also gains 1 experience point for hitting. In addition, Ruby's attack has a special effect that deals damage to all other enemies, which hits and reveals the remaining henchman cards. In another example, if you and the villain have equal speeds, no attacks hit. But beware, if the villain's speed is higher than yours, they hit you instead. The active player takes damage from the villain equal to the damage on the villain's card, plus any bonuses they have. After resolving the attack, discard all played cards and advance the villain marker 1 space on the Fury track. The active player starts a new round by playing a new card from their hand. The duel continues until the villain reaches the end of the Fury track, the active player runs out of cards, or until one of the combatants is bashed. To bash the villain, you must be in the ultimate zone. At the start of a round, you can choose to end the duel immediately by playing your ultimate ability and resolving its effect. However, the longer you delay your ultimate, you'll overcharge and receive bonus experience and damage boosts. But beware! If the villain hits you with any attacks while they're in the bash zone, you're bashed away, and the duel ends. When the duel ends, players draw back up to 6 cards. Each player can now spend their experience points to upgrade a card by removing it from hand and taking 1 card from the next tier, spending experience equal to this number on the card. Finally, start the next duel with the next player clockwise becoming the active player. If at any point your character is reduced to 0 aura, you're eliminated from the game. The game continues until the villain is reduced to 0 aura. If this happens, all players win the game. But beware, if all players are eliminated, everyone loses the game. Ready to play? Place the game board in the middle of the table. Choose a villain and objective cards using the scenario book. Prepare the villain deck by removing the villain's event cards and shuffling all other villain cards together. Create stacks of villain cards equal to the number of events plus 1. Place an event card on top of each stack. Then place the stacks on top of each other, finishing with the stack without an event card. Place the newly created villain deck here and place objective cards nearby. Set the villain's starting aura by using red cubes as indicated in the scenario book. Place a yellow cube on the +0 of the speed bonus track and a purple cube on the +0 of the damage bonus track. Place the villain fury marker here. Each player chooses a character and takes their cards, scroll tracker, semblance marker, and miniature. Place a green cube here and a red cube here. Place your character's ultimate and tier 2, 3, and 4 cards to the side. Shuffle your tier 1 cards and draw 6 to create your hand. Pick a player to be the active player for the first duel and place their miniature here on the game board. You're now ready to play. If you liked RWBY Combat Ready, you might also like Critical Mass, a tactical mech combat card game from Arcane Wonders. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking it and subscribing to the Dice Tower for rules explanations, reviews, and more.